What is good, everybody? It is your boy Champagne Chico, and today, something different. I am re-simulating the entire existence of the Miami Heat. Me personally, I've always been a fan of the Miami Heat since birth. I was born in Miami, so it's kind of just a birthright at that point. But I've always been a fan. It's not exactly the first year. I'm well aware of that. I tried to do it many times to get it to the inaugural year. It wasn't working out, so I'm just going with the 91 roster, which the only difference is the rookies that were added, which is Glenn Rice. He's about 2 years in at this point. Grant Long is 3 years in at this point. And it was Steve Smith that I was thinking about. That was a rookie at this point. 22 years old, 77 overall. Hopefully he develops. But my biggest fear doing this as a Heat fan is if Dwayne Wade does not end up coming to the Heat in 2003. That's going to suck. But right now, it's not much of a worry just because doing this out of curiosity. We're doing this out of finding out what would be different if we just started it all over. And this lineup does not look bad. I mean, Bimbo Cole's a crazy first name, but not a crazy point guard. But you got Steve Smith as shooting guard who could develop. A very bright young rookie at this point. Glenn Rice, a killer shooter. And then you got Ronnie at center, who's always been solid. He's 6'11", but now he's going as a free agency after this season. So you have to see if they actually end up signing. But before I start the simulation, I have to ask you to go down there and like and subscribe for me. I usually see a lot of y'all are not subscribed when I do the rebuilds for Madden. I would greatly appreciate y'all subscribing and just joining the family right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and start this re-simulation and see what we can do different in the next 30 years. All right, and now that we are a bit more on theme with the Miami Heat shirt right now, Michael Jordan is the very first MVP with 31 points, 5 rebounds, 6.8 assists, 2 steals. He's going to be winning MVPs for a minute. Larry Johnson gets Rookie of the Year. Detlef gets Sixth Man of the Year. David Robinson wins DPOY, and Doug West wins Most Improved. Phil Jackson winning Coach of the Year. Basically a given at that point. But I do not think that any of our players will be making it to the All-NBA teams. No. Not even the defensive teams. Or Steve Smith made it All-Rookie second team. So he's displeased right now. So that's not a great thing. But it is most likely because we did not make it to the playoffs. We were the 12th best team in the East, 25-57, basically the same as how we did in real life, 25-57, 24-58, almost the same. We can look at the stats of the team right now. I'm assuming that Glenn Rice is going to be the leading scorer with 21.6, basically just shooting that ball. Kevin Edwards, 13 points, Ronnie, 13 points, Steve Smith, 12.8, Willie Burton, 12.5. Not bad, just, of course, not good enough to make it to the playoffs, clearly, since we didn't make it. Karl Malone and the Jazz win the NBA Finals, and he gets NBA Finals MVP with 25 points, 11.6 rebounds, and 7.4 steals. Not bad at all. The very first offseason for the Miami Heat, they got to somehow get a good player out of this draft right now. The mock drafts say that we are not even in the first round. What happened to our pick? Oh, we're top 5. Not quite going to get Alonzo Mourning, though, and that is unfortunate. Unless the lottery goes a different way, we can see right now how the lottery goes. Just going to skip through the lottery, and we get the number 1 pick. And Shaq is going to be coming to the Miami Heat a lot earlier than he did in real life. That's going to make a huge, huge difference for the team. Wow. Wow. Shaquille O'Neal is going to be coming to the Miami Heat. In terms of signings, we ended up getting Ricky Pierce. Not bad. Some filler players right now. But what we're most worried about at the moment is Shaquille O'Neal coming to the Miami Heat as an 84 overall and 20 years old. I am looking forward to seeing him progress on this team, and I need them to keep him for his career. As we are now heading into this season, they're giving a load of minutes to Shaquille O'Neal to give in. But it is Bimbo Coles, Ricky Pierce, Glenn Rice, Grant Long, and Shaq, with Steve Smith running the 6. All right, and in Season 2, Michael Jordan again wins MVP, 31.6 points. Just the regular stat line for him. Shaq on the Heat gets Rookie of the Year, 18.8 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 2.2 blocks. Terrell Brandon wins Sixth Man of the Year. David Robinson wins DPOY. Chris Corchiani wins Most Improved Player, and Rick Alderman wins Coach of the Year. Not bad at all. I'm expecting, I guess not. Shaq is not on any of the All-NBA teams at the moment, but I'm sure that he is going to be an All-Rookie, not even All-Defensive. He is All-Rookie with Alonzo Mourning, but I'm glad that we got Shaq over Alonzo, because as much as I love Alonzo, having Shaq this early in his career is amazing. We did make it to the playoffs. We were 58-24. The only reason why we weren't the first seed was because of a tiebreaker with the Chicago Bulls. Not the best luck in the world. Glenn Rice, of course, the leading scorer at the time being, 19.4 points. And Shaq with the same stat line that we just saw with him winning Rookie of the Year. Ricky Pierce getting 14.7, Steve Smith with 13.8, and Will Burton with 12 points per game. We're looking to make a push. We have a bright new star in Shaquille O'Neal on the Miami Heat as we go up 2-0 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, 2-1, and we beat them in 4. And now we have to face the Charlotte Hornets in this round. We have to go ahead and see who is on the roster. Johnny Newman, almost thought that was Julian Newman. Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson is the one that's the big player here. Muggsy Bogues is on the team at the age of 28. And Del Curry. But we're looking to beat them in the second round. We're down 2-0 though. 3-0. And we get swept by the Charlotte Hornets. It's Shaq's first year. Wow, they beat the Bulls too. And Larry Johnson leads them. 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks for the NBA Finals MVP. But Michael Jordan got beat in 5 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Wow. I'm assuming that we're not going to be able to do much in this draft, but this is the Penny Hardaway draft with Jamal Mashburn, Isaiah Ryder, Nick Van Exel. Where are we in terms of picks at the moment? The last pick. Okay. Not sure why we're below the Bulls, but I guess that's fine. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to simulate through this offseason and keep hoping that Shaq just turns into a phenom. And we signed Bimbo Coles to a 4-year extension. We also traded John Sally and Donald Watson for Jason Williams and Donald Royal. Willie Burton gets signed to a 2-year deal. Our roster looks like this. It doesn't seem like that trade really did much, to be honest, so I'm not too worried about it. The starting lineup is still Bimbo Coles, Steve Smith, Glenn Rice, Mike Landry, looks like an auto-generated person because people back then did not have tattoos, and Shaquille O'Neal at starting center. A pretty good bench unit too, so I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see how we can do this year with a developing Shaquille O'Neal on the Miami Heat. All right, 3 straight MVPs for Michael Jordan, basically getting the same stat line once again. Calbert Cheney wins Rookie of the Year and Sixth Man of the Year. David Robinson wins Defensive Player of the Year with 2.4 blocks and 12 rebounds. Somebody has to stop him. Robert Pack wins Most Improved Player. I remember he had like this My Team card that was raw, I think in 2K20? I think it was 2K20. KC Jones wins Coach of the Year with a 60-22 record. None of our players make the first team. Sean Kemp is on the Seattle Supersonics, Clyde Drexler, Michael Jordan. Everybody seems to still be on the same team at the moment. Shaquille O'Neal gets all NBA second team though, so that is great. Shaq did not make the all defensive first team, but he did make the second team. It's interesting though. I wouldn't have expected that. I'm pretty sure we didn't have any rookies that would have mattered this year, so definitely have to see where we landed. We were the second seed, so assuming that we were neck and neck with the Chicago Bulls, 56-26 was our record. While the rest of the team, Shaq is now the leading scorer with 24 points, almost 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Glenn Rice had 16.7 points. Ricky Pierce had 15. It's basically Shaq and then everybody else. They're just all here for the ride at this point. But we're looking to beat the Washington Bullets in the first round, who have, I think it was, this Lionel Simmons. Oh, they took Ronnie from us. Now we have to beat him. Yeah, now we have to beat him. 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-0, and we're facing the New York Knicks with Patrick Ewing on their team, assuming that we will be able to do pretty well against them. 2-0. Who do they have just to make sure? Yeah, Patrick Ewing, Starks. Yeah, Mark Jackson. Yeah, Charles Oakley, Greg Anthony. A pretty good team, but I don't think it's better than us with the way that we have Shaquille O'Neal playing the center position, because we sweep them in the second round. And we're facing the Boston Celtics. Michael Jordan cannot get past Larry Bird for the life of him. But 1-0, 1-1. Is Larry Bird still on their team? He is. How old is he? 37. And he's still an 84 overall. Kevin McHale is still here. Robert Parrish, Rod Strickland, and Terry Mills too. D Brown is there. Oh, I did not mean to simulate the round. That went a little too fast. But we win 4-2, and we're facing the Golden State Warriors, who have possibly a future player of ours on their team. 1-1, 2-1, we're down. 2-2, we tie it up. Who else do they have? They have Chris Mullin, Mitch Richmond. I feel like most players were named Greg back then. Vernon Maxwell. Not a bad team at all, but we do go down 3-2. We tie it up. Can we finish it off? We can. The Miami Heat win their first championship very early on. I think this is 1994. 1994, and Shaq finished it off with 36 points. He wins NBA Finals MVP with 28.3 points per game, 12.6 rebounds, and 3 blocks. But this is the draft with Jason Kidd in it, with the Cavaliers, Mavericks, Timberwolves, Eddie Jones, Grant Hill, Glenn Robinson, Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, who was on the Heat for like almost no reason, but still know exactly who he is. We're going to go ahead and sim past all of this, though. We won a championship, so we're not going to be doing anything until free agency at this point. And we'll just have to see if we end up signing anybody. All right, well, we didn't end up signing anybody this offseason. Avery Johnson was really the only one that got more than $1 million, and everybody else is just bench fillers. So I'm assuming that we still have all the same players on the team. I cannot think of it for the life of me, but Shaq is still the star of the team with Glenn Rice and Steve Smith and Bimbo Coles here. Still a crazy name to me, but we will simulate to the end of the season. That's really about all the updates that there are right now, so gotta hope that we can go back to back, and if not, make a strong push to the finals. Michael Jordan wins MVP for the 4th straight season. I don't even need to read his stat line anymore. Jason Kidd wins Rookie of the Year on the Orlando Magic. Nick Anderson wins 6th Man of the Year on the Phoenix Suns. David Robinson once again wins Defensive Player of the Year. Larry Johnson, Most Improved. He must have sucked last year if he's Most Improved. And Phil Jackson wins Coach of the Year for going 57-25. Shaq is officially on his first All-NBA first team, so that is fantastic for us right now. I don't assume that anybody else on our team will be making any of these teams except for Shaq once again winning all defensive second team. And we didn't have any rookies that were pivotal at all. Once again, the second seed behind the Chicago Bulls. Why are we surprised? 56-26, 1 win away from being right there at the first seed. I'm assuming that it's just going to be Shaq. 25-6. 25.6 points, 13.8 rebounds, and 2.6 blocks. He is getting into his element. Glenn Rice, 17.7 points, basically just shooting that ball. Ricky Pierce, 16.6 points. Steve Smith, 16.5. And then just the bench unit, really. Now we're trying to make it to the NBA Finals, as I almost accidentally simulated the entire round against the Detroit Pistons, but we swept them anyways. They have Joe Dumars, Robert Pack, Eddie Jones as a young player, Dennis Rodman, Robert Horry. We're going to be facing the Philadelphia 76ers in the second round, who have Mitch Richmond. They must have acquired him this offseason. Vin Baker, Hershey Hawkins, I do remember him, Glenn Robinson, and that's about it. Yeah, I think we can win this. I definitely think we can win this 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and it's tied, and we lose to the Philadelphia 76ers as we let them come back from down 3-1. Wow, and they don't even make it to the finals. The Denver Nuggets win it with the Dikembe Mutombo being the star of the team with 2.5 blocks, 9.8 rebounds, and 13.2 points. That's not very impressive, but he won it. We're in the negative in salary cap space. And Shaq, oh no, Shaq's on his team option this year. Okay, so we should be good for the time being. The total team salary is 23 mil. That's how low it was before. Well, I guess we're going to have to see next year, because Shaq is on his team option right now, and I don't think we're going to be able to sign much of anybody else. All right, and in this offseason, we signed Wayman Tisdale. Oh, seems like an actual player this time. And basically re-signed Willie Burton and then some bench players. Not bad. We're trying to build it around Shaq right now. Kind of just hoping that he stays when his contract is up, because that would suck if he leaves. Like, that would be horrific if he leaves. But we are going to simulate this season and see how we go about the 1996-1997 season. All right, and Shaq officially wins his first MVP as a member of the Miami Heat. 22.5 points, 12.3 rebounds, and 2.8 blocks. He attempted threes, because he has a 14.3 3-point percentage. I don't know why you're doing that to yourself, Shaq. But Kevin Garnett wins Rookie of the Year on the Mavericks? I thought he was on the Timberwolves for a second. Averaging a double-double, Christian Laettner wins Sixth Man of the Year on the Mavericks as well. David Robinson wins Defensive Player of the Year again. Andrew Robinson, pretty sure auto-generated. And William Murray wins Coach of the Year. Shaq, of course, is going to be on All-NBA First Team. He is a 95 overall on his last year of his contract. We have to see. I'm thinking that I'd like to re-sign with the team after this season is over. Yeah, I'm glad, because that would be horrible if you didn't and pulled a fast one like you did on the Magic. But he is on All-Defensive Second Team, and we do not have any rookies that are relevant. We're officially the first seed. We have overtaken the Bulls. Did they finally lose Michael Jordan? Is he gone? Is Michael Jordan gone? No, but Scottie Pippen is. Hey, Michael Jordan couldn't win without Scottie Pippen. 6th seed. They went 42-40 without Scottie. We went 58-24. Almost losing our top spot to another Florida team. They have Jason Kidd, Dennis Scott, LaFonso Ellis, and Isaac Austin, and Nick Van Exel as their 6th man. Not a bad team at all. Cliff Robinson too. But we are facing the New Jersey Nets in the first round, basically hoping that this is just a fast one, a very fast one. Jerry Stackhouse is the leader of that team with Jalen Rose all the way at the bottom. Now we face the Philadelphia 76ers, 1-1. Do they still have the same team? They still have the same team, but now they have Manute Bol. We go 2-2. We're trying to take the lead, and they take it 3-2, and they beat us. They beat us in the second round of the playoffs and end up moving on to win the entire thing. Vin Baker, 18 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 1.8 blocks per game. Can't be having that when we're trying to re-sign Shaq. Is he planning to still stay on the team? That would be great. Miami is where I want to be. If you're amiable to it, let's work on a contract extension. Perfect. Okay, so computer, get him back. All right, 1996-1997 season. This was one of the years that they actually did pretty well, going 61-21. Hopefully we can do the same thing since we re-signed Shaquille O'Neal to the Miami Heat for 4 years, $31.45 million. Wow. And we re-signed Bimbo Coles as well, but that was way before. So filled out the bench. I'm assuming it's the same rotation right now. Shaquille O'Neal, Wayman Tisdale, Glenn Rice, Steve Smith, and Bimbo Coles. We just have to push. We just have to push for the finals right now. We keep getting knocked out the second round after winning our first one, so gotta make it. Shaquille O'Neal going back-to-back with the MVPs, 22.2 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 2.7 blocks per game. Allen Iverson on the Lakers. I completely forgot that the 1996 draft class was in. 26.4 points. Had some pretty good percentages. Sixth man of the year is Jalen Rose on the New Jersey Nets. David Robinson winning DPOY. Once again, Theo Ratliff wins Most Improved, and Bernard Moon wins Coach of the Year. Shaq, of course, is going to be all NBA first team. We're not surprised about that. Scottie Pippen is on the Spurs, though. Wow. That's a new one. All defensive first. No Shaq, but he is on all defensive second, so that is great for us. Kobe Bryant is on the Indiana Pacers. I've seen a what if about that. Steve Nash is on the Toronto Raptors. Also have seen that. Stephon Marbury on the Bucks. Allen Iverson on the Lakers, and Sharif Abdul-Rahim on the Clippers. Ray Allen is on the Vancouver Grizzlies. Marcus Camby on the Hawks, and Peja Stojakovic on the Knicks. Wow. Loaded draft class, and we end up not being the first seed this year. We missed the first seed by 3 games, 58-24. A little worse than how we did in real life. Season stats, though, I'm assuming that Shaq is just going to be 22.2 points, 13.3 rebounds. Glenn Rice had 17 points, though. Ricky Pierce was 16. Steve Smith was 16 as well. And Bimbo Coles with 11.9. Seems a little too excited to be around Shaq right now, but we will end up simulating through this right now against the Indiana Pacers, who have not Glenn Rice, Kobe Bryant. I just forgot that Kobe Bryant is leading the Indiana Pacers, not this year though, because we will be knocking them out of the playoffs and facing Michael Jordan and the Bulls. It seems like he picked himself up after going 42-40 last season, because now it is a tie series and they have Brad. I try not to say his last name because I suck at it, but he has been in the league for 11 years, and they got him to pair up alongside Michael Jordan. Got to stop him, though. They're up 2-1. It's 2-2, 3-2. Ooh, tie series, and we move on to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we face the Philadelphia 76ers. We go up 1-0 against the Glenn Robinson and Mitch Richmond-led team. 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. We cannot blow another lead. We cannot blow another lead. How are we going to blow 2 leads in a span of 3 years? That's insane. We just lost another 3-1 lead to the Philadelphia 76ers, and they're going to face the Phoenix Suns, if I can speak, and win the entire thing. Vin Baker is just on a tear on the entire league right now, but hopefully he's going to be gone pretty soon. We signed Shaq to an extension, so that's not a concern right now. Oh, Michael Jordan is in this free agency. Karl Malone, David Robinson, John Stockton, Shawn Kemp, Jamal Mashburn. A lot of solid options. I hope we get at least one of them, but I don't know if we have the cap space. And the Miami Heat made absolutely no moves. They re-signed 2 of their players and then signed a bunch of bench players. We need to start making some changes to the team if we're not making it to the finals anymore, because Shaq is trying to win championships. He's gotten 2 straight MVPs and hasn't won a championship in those years at all. But we have to see if we're going to be able to do it this year. And Jason Kidd takes the mantle from Shaq, winning his first MVP on the Orlando Magic with 21 points, 10 assists. Pretty decent shooting splits. Tim Duncan wins Rookie of the Year on the Toronto Raptors. Is Steve Nash and him together? 17.6 points and 12 rebounds. Peja Stojakovic wins 6th Man of the Year with 24 points off the bench. David Robinson wins another Defensive Player of the Year. My goodness, I mean, don't glaze him too much. 7 Defensive Players of the Year. That is insane. Marcus Camby, Most Improved. Kevin wins Coach of the Year. Shaq is injured for the rest of the season. That is most likely why he didn't win MVP. He has a torn right meniscus and is out for the season. We are getting bounced out the playoffs. But he did get all NBA first team regardless. Vin Baker left the 76ers, so we won't be seeing them anymore. Michael Jordan is still on the Chicago Bulls. He re-signed with them. Nobody else on our team is expected to be here at all. Shaq is on the all defensive second team. Tracy McGrady is on the Golden State Warriors, but he's also injured, and so is Michael Williams. Wow, it is Steve Nash and Tim Duncan. That's a pair. That is a pair right there if they can keep that going. But we were 58 and 24, the second seed. The Orlando Magic were the first seed. Basically probably going to be the same thing this year. 23.6 points and 13 rebounds and 2.6 blocks by Shaq, and we're not going to have him in the playoffs. 17 points per game by Steve Smith. He is developing well. He's developing very well. Glenn Rice with 15.9 points, Ricky Pierce with 15.8, and that is about it in terms of importance. But we have to face the New York Knicks right now, and we are tied 1-1. They go up 2-1, 2-2, and we end up beating them. And now we have to face the Michael Jordan-led Chicago Bulls. Well, I guess I just made it easier for us because I accidentally put simulate round, and we got bounced. We got swept by the Chicago Bulls. That is insane. That's just disrespectful. It's really just disrespectful at this point. Gotta hope that Shaq comes back better next year after that torn right meniscus. That's insane. But the Magic win the NBA Finals with Jason Kidd getting another MVP, basically getting the same stats that he already had, beating the Jazz 4-1. Hoping that we still have a couple more years left on Shaq's contract, and we do. So he's good until 2000, and then we have to hope that we sign him once again. And we do not end up making any big signings. We can't really. Our salary cap is in the negative right now, but we re-sign all the players that we had already. It's all we really can do at the moment with the way that we spent most of the cap on Shaq right now. So his contract isn't going to be up for another couple of years. Not complaining about it, just hoping that the salary cap continues to go up. But we're going to simulate to the end of the season, 1999-2000 season. And Kevin Garnett wins his first MVP. 31.3 points and 11.9 rebounds. Wow. Okay. Vince Carter is on the Seattle Supersonics, winning Rookie of the Year, 22.2 points, 4.4 assists, and 3.2 rebounds. He's a rookie. He's not going to do much but make points right now. Isaiah Ryder wins 6th Man of the Year. And Defensive Player of the Year is officially Shaq. This is where he starts taking over. Why does he have a 5.9 3-point percentage? Why are you taking threes? How many threes are you taking? You've attempted 3. Stephon Marbury wins Most Improved, and Brad Nelson wins Coach of the Year. Shaq gets all NBA first team, assuming that he is going to be winning all defensive first team. Jason Kidd went back to the Orlando Magic anyways, even if he was in free agency. Tim Duncan, all NBA second team. David Robinson still on the Spurs, but he is 33 years old. Steve Nash, Michael Jordan, all NBA third team for Michael Jordan. Very, Very interesting. 36 years old. Shaq, all defensive first team. Of course, Tracy McGrady is also here. Hopefully he develops. I mean, he's probably not in the best situation right now. We can put him in a better situation, though, on the Miami Heat. But we were the 6th seed. We went 48 and 34. In real life, we went 52 and 30. What exactly happened is the question. Shaq had the same stats that we already said. Glenn Rice, 17. Steve Smith, 16. Ricky Pierce, 15. So it's basically the same thing. Why were we so bad? I mean, I guess we can still get through the playoffs without any trouble. As we try to get past the Bucks, we tie up they tie up the series, and we end up winning it. And we have to face the Jason Kidd-led Magic right now. They go up 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and we get eliminated. I'm afraid of Shaq leaving this offseason. I'm pretty sure this is the year that his contract expires, so that is a bit concerning for us. Jason Kidd winning another NBA Finals MVP. We have to worry about Shaq this offseason. We signed Horace Grant. Where's Shaq? Shaq is still on the team. Oh, this is his last year. This is his last year. Okay, but we signed Horace Grant. We're trying to make Shaq believe that we're doing our best right now to get him a championship. We brought Horace Grant in. Glenn Rice is still here. Steve Smith, Bimbo Coles. I mean, it's almost the same lineup. We just added Horace Grant. So hopefully it pans out. I mean, not really much to look at. Also, this 2000s class isn't really much to look at. As much as I love Hito Turkoglu, Darius Miles was solid. Kenyon Martin, of course. Quentin Richardson. Jamal Crawford dropping to 14. And Tim Duncan wins MVP, getting 22 points per game, 15 rebounds, 4.9 assists, not shooting any threes. Steve Francis wins Rookie of the Year on the Phoenix Suns. They just keep adding players right now. Andrew Robinson got 6th Man of the Year. Shaquille O'Neal winning Defensive Player of the Year once again, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 2.3 blocks. Can't get much better than Shaq right now. Kurt Gilmore wins Most Improved, and Brad Nelson wins Coach of the Year. And Shaq is once again injured, but it's a 1 to 2 week injury with a sprained right knee. He is still the only player on our team that is making any sort of waves in the All-NBA category. Marcus Camby's on the Hawks. Kendall Gill on the Detroit Pistons. And everybody else is basically the same right now. All defensive first team, of course, Shaq is there. Michael Williams on the Hawks. Kevin Garnett on the Mavericks still at a 96 overall. Not bad. Not bad right now. We're the 3rd seed, but Shaq is out at the moment. With the season stats, though, we have 2 players that are injured. Our top 2 players, basically. Glenn Rice had 18 points. Steve Smith had 17 points. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks with an ankle sprain. That's not going to help us. Ricky Pierce with 15.7, and then everybody else are the role players. We're facing the Boston Celtics in the first round. I think we are still in the times of it being best of 5, and we let them come back. But we finished them off, and we are facing Jason Kidd once again in the semifinals. We go up 1-0. We are the underdogs here. 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. We're up, and we finally beat the Jason Kidd Orlando Magic. We just couldn't get past them for a while. Now we face the Toronto Raptors, who have Steve Nash and Tim Duncan. That's going to be hard to beat. 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. It must really be Shaq just going off right now. 3-2. They're up right now. I'm going to do Simcast and try to see what is going to happen in this game as we get to the end of the first, and we are leading by 2. We win the second quarter as well, but it looks like the Toronto Raptors take the lead in the third, and now they're up in the fourth quarter by 8 points, and it seems like it's sticking there right now. They're going We come back just a little bit. 1 point game. It's a tie game with 2 minutes and 52 seconds left on the clock. 1:50 left. I just want to see how this team plays against this Tim Duncan and Steve Nash led team. Oh my gosh, the quality is bad. Horace Grant inbounding the ball to Glenn Rice, passes it over to Sura. I have no idea who that is. I'm sure they're just trying to get it to Shaq right now. Ooh. They got to get something up. I'm pretty sure there's still a shot clock in this time, if I'm not mistaken. They got to be able to get something to tie the game with 1:30 left. They're going to run a pick and roll with Shaq. Taking a three, though. Shaq gets the rebound and puts it back in to tie the game at 1:14. Steve Nash has 27 points, and Sura on our team has 21. Steve Nash is going down court, looking to get the game winner right now. Possibly a dagger. Passes it into Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamental. The big Fundamental puts him up by 2. Sura is bouncing the ball up the court. Might go with the pick and roll again, but Shaq seems to be too big for McDyess to be guarding him, and he takes advantage of that. He has 35 points and 10 rebounds on the day. It is a tie game with a minute left. Steve Nash is dribbling it down court once again. Sura defending him. Horace Grant on Tim Duncan again, but he is able to defend him this time. They're trying to get out on the break. They slow it down. They're waiting for Shaq to get down court, but they don't care, and they get blocked because of them not being patient for it. 42 seconds left on the clock. I'm assuming that the play has to run through Shaq at this point. There's 42 seconds. You need a guaranteed bucket. You just pass that thing into Shaq with McDyess guarding him right now. That has to be a bucket. That has to be a bucket going straight to Shaq at the moment. He's at the three-point line, passing it to the point guard. Shaq is trying to get around, get into the post. He's in the post. He has to back him down. He's doing a floater, and he misses it. It's still a tie game, and the Raptors have the ball with 28 seconds left on the clock. James Robinson, passes it into Tim Duncan, and he gets the easy dunk. Possibly the last play of the game. If the shot clock is still the same, they're running. It was a fake pick and roll. Shaq can pass it out to anybody right now, but goes with the contested layup and misses it, and Horace Grant has to foul. McDyess is going to be at the line now. Ooh, with 24 points already. Shooting the free throw. Makes the first one. Antonio McDyess shooting his second free throw. Hopefully misses it, and he makes it. Perfect release. They're looking for a three. They have to be looking for a three on this play. Either that or a quick bucket. Glenn Rice shoots it and misses it. That's going to be the end of the game. And your Toronto Raptors end up winning another championship. 25 points, 16.5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks by Tim Duncan. Winning finals MVP. That's an insane stat line. I am not sure as to what we have going on right now in terms of contracts. I'm hoping that Shaq is still under contract. He's under contract until 2004. We'll be just fine. Everybody else, though, is basically up in the air. We have negative, basically, $3 million right now. Going into the 2000 season, this is the draft of Hedo Turkoglu. So we will have to see who ends up on what team in the next season. And this is the draft class of Gilbert Arenas and Fat Lever, Tony Parker, Tyson Chandler, Pau Gasol, Jason Richardson, Gerald Wallace, Shane Battier, Zach Randolph. A pretty good draft class. Pretty pivotal one at that. I don't think we really made any signings so pivotal for our team right now. We signed Jonathan Anderson. We re-signed these two players. We did end up re-signing Shaq for an extension in the middle of the season. Oh, Michael Olowokandi came to the Heat. Okay. And then we made some re-signings, basically just filling out the roster. Assuming that Shaq is still the core piece of the group as he is. Steve Smith is still here. So is Bimbo, Glenn Rice, and Horace Grant. Still the same team. Still the same team. I think the guy that was scoring a lot in the last game of last season left the team. So not the greatest thing, but we have to see if we're able to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals again. Kevin Garnett wins another MVP with 32 points and 12 rebounds. Kenyon Martin wins Rookie of the Year on the Phoenix Suns. They seem to be getting everybody. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. Katino Mobley, 6th Man of the Year. And Kevin Garnett also wins DPOI. Most Improved, Bonzi Wells, and Brad Nelson once again winning Coach of the Year. Shaq is not on an All-NBA first team or second team or third team. And we didn't make the playoffs. Hold on. Okay, we still have him on the team. Season stats. Did he have an off year? No. He had almost the same as always. He only played 55 games, though. He must have gotten injured at the beginning of the season. They just didn't count his stuff. He got 22.8 points, 13.3 rebounds, 2.3 blocks. Glenn Rice had the next highest with 17.2. Steve Smith was 16.9. And Ricky Pierce with 15.2. I'm surprised that they didn't involve him, but I guess we get a pretty decent draft pick as the Raptors finally get beat by another team. Tracy McGrady-led Golden State Warriors, 33 points, 6.7 assists, 2.7 steals by the NBA Finals MVP. And he's really the only one on that team. I mean, they have a center in Ralph Strickland, but other than that, oh, Paul Pierce is on the Warriors too. Interesting. Did Tim Duncan stay? What happened to Tim Duncan? Well, that'd be great if he left the Raptors. That would make my life so much easier. All right, well, the Heat basically just got bench players. We got Luke Longley, but we're in 2001, so he is long past his quote-unquote prime. But he's on the team nonetheless. He's backing up Shaq, of course. Shaq is still on the team. Tyronn Hill is now on the team. He used to play for the 76ers back in 2001, actually. Steve Smith, Glenn Rice, Bimbo Cole, same starting lineup, basically. Ricky Pierce is on the bench, but he is regressing. He is 35 years old, and he is still on the team for some reason. Oh boy, we're doing absolutely nothing to get anything better. This is the Yao Ming draft class. Jay Williams, Amari Stoudemire, Matt Barnes, Caron Butler, Mike Dunleavy. They have us taking Mike Dunleavy. I would hate for that to happen. Udonis Haslem. You know I want Udonis. You know I want the OG on the team. But we're going to go ahead and sim past this season. I think, if I'm not mistaken, next year is the greatest draft class of all time. So we'll have to see what happens in terms of our record. But I doubt that we're going to be a lottery team with Shaq on our team. And Kevin Garnett wins another MVP with the rebranded Dallas Mavericks, averaging a double-double with 28 points. Gilbert Arenas wins Rookie of the Year on the Houston Rockets. They finally got somebody. 22.6 points per game, 7 assists, decent shooting splits. Antonio McDyess, the man that seemed to be locking down Shaq, wins 6th Man of the Year, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 1.7 blocks. It's not bad for a 6th man. And Shaq, of course, wins DPOI. I need to know how many he has right now. He has 3 as of right now. He's won it almost. He almost got a three-peat with it. Michael Redd wins Most Improved Player, 21 points. And everything else is just kind of there for him. Casey Jones wins Coach of the Year. And Shaq, of course, is on the All-NBA first team. I guess we won't see the rest. But we will go ahead and look at the stats. I misclicked on all of that. And Shaq, of course, is our leading scorer with 25.6 points, 10.8 rebounds, 2.1 blocks, and 1.2 steals. Steve Smith has 20 points at the age of 33. and 8 assists. He is developing fantastically. Glenn Rice, 17.5 points, and then everybody else just kind of was there. So we had our big 3, and that was about it. We were the 4th seed, though, so we weren't that good. 48 and 34, basically the opposite of the real-life record, going 36 and 46 in 2001, 2002. But we are facing the Boston Celtics, who I do not think have Larry Bird anymore, but they're still being competitive. They have Manu Ginobili, Sean Kemp, Stephen Jackson. Wow. 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, and we move on since it is best of 5. The Washington Wizards is the team that we're facing right now. 1-0. Who do they have? Mike Bibby. Oh, and Petrovic too. And the Big Z. Is this? Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought it was Bernard King. I don't know why. Lionel Simmons is here. And Richard. Oh, man. They got a team on him right now. But we have to be able to get through them. 1-1, 2-1, 3-1. And we get knocked out the playoffs. We have to do something this offseason. The Toronto Raptors win once again. And Tim Duncan is on the Raptors still. I thought he had left for some reason. 26.4 points, 16.6 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks to win Finals MVP. Wow, we still are in a negative in the salary cap situation. Shaq is still locked down for another couple years, but we need to figure this out. We have no salary cap room. Ooh, we're getting into the Kobe era. The Charlotte Bobcats joined the league. League expands to 6 divisions, and social media is in 2007. But in terms of transactions, we make absolutely no moves. We get Jerome Williams, who's going to be our starting power forward, it seems. It's literally just us hoping that we're going to be able to get Shaq to a higher overall, but he is stuck in a 92 right now at the age of 30. He hasn't even hit 99 or come close to hitting 99. I thought he was going to be able to do it, but he has been in that 92, 94 range for a while. Steve Smith is on the decline. Is he on his last year of his contract? Because that would be great, because I'm kind of tired of paying this man. 8.6. We'll have a 20. Oh, that would be his cap hit. Never mind. But Sean Dantley is the starting point guard. That's has to be an auto-generated person. Glenn Rice is still here. Jerome Williams. We're just switching out the power forward position at this point. But we will go ahead and simulate the season. Don't think we're going to be able to do much until some of these contracts go away. Tracy McGrady winning an MVP. On the Golden State Warriors, 28.9 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 and 6 assists. Pretty good shooting splits. Jay Williams wins Rookie of the Year on the Bulls. Okay, Allen Houston wins 6th Man of the Year, 19 points off the bench. And Shaq, of course, wins DPOY. That's his 4th DPOY, I'm pretty sure, with an 8.7 3-point shot. I don't know why he's shooting. Art Singletary, Don Nelson wins Coach of the Year. Shaq is on the first team, and Tim Duncan is out for the rest of the season. That might give us a shot if Shaq is just willing to push us through. I don't know if he's willing to stay after his contract's up, actually. Hold on. Miami's where I belong. Let's get a new contract signed once the season's over. All right, perfect. So, Baron Davis is on all NBA first team. That's an interesting one. None of our other players are going to be here except for Shaq on all defensive first team. Of course, he won DPOY. We do not have Yao Ming is on the Orlando Magic, and Amari Stoudemire is on the Detroit Pistons. Oh, Sean Dantley got all rookie second team. He was a rookie. I did not know that at all, but we were the 5th seed, assuming that our top 3 players was the leading scorers, and then it was just everybody else. Oh, Lonnie Hudgens, 25 years old. Interesting. 17 points per game. Shaq, of course, is leading us. Glenn Rice is out for 1 to 2 weeks with a bruised left heel with 15 points. Steve Smith, 14. And Jerome Williams with 11. Huh. Lonnie Hudgens, point guard, too. Is our other point guard out or something? Why is he not here? Dantley? Looks like he didn't play very well, and then Hudgens came in and did his thing. So we're facing the Celtics in the first round, assuming that they have the same players right now. 1-1, 2-1, we're down. 2-2, we tied up. 3-2, we tied up again. We tied up again, and we are facing the Boston Celtics at TD Garden, if that's what it's called back then. We're taking a big lead right now. We have to keep it, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the second round and face the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't even know what I'm saying. We are facing the Cleveland Cavaliers 1-0. They have Jason Terry, who is cooking. Allen Houston, Grant Hill. Okay, and Jermaine O'Neal. 2-0. 2-1. We got to come back. 3-1. 3-2. 3-2. They win the first quarter by 10. We lose the second. We got to be able to come back. We got to be able to come back. We're down by 13 at the start. Yeah, we're not coming back. Yep. All right. Yep. That's over. That's great. All right. Another season that we get bounced out the second round, and the Cleveland Cavaliers go on to win it all with Jason Terry on a tear as a rookie. No, he's 4 years in. 22 points per game, 7 assists. Not bad. Not bad at all. The Seattle Supersonics are still the Seattle Supersonics. This is the draft. This is the one. This is the one. And we're not even in any sort of conversations to get any of them right now. And I don't think we have any cap space again this year. We're in the negative still. We're still in the negative. We need these contracts to be up. Steve Smith is signed for another 3 years? For what reason? Why are we signing him? He's wasting our cap right now. We still have to sign Shaq back. I mean, next year is when all the players are basically gone, so that's great for us. But why? I just don't understand why we're paying so much for these people. I don't understand. I don't understand. But we will go ahead and move on. It doesn't seem like we'll be getting D-Wade, and that's going to be heartbreaking for me as a Heat fan. But resimulating, we got Shaq early, so can't really be mad at it. We signed Hershey Hawkins to a 2-year, $10 million contract. Why? Oh, he's a point guard. Oh. But we got Lonnie Hudgens on a team option right now. Why are we wasting money? I swear. I swear they're just trying to... Oh, my gosh. We'll go ahead and look at the rotation. I don't think we have any rookies right now. Hershey Hawkins is the starting point guard now. We got rid of Bimbo. So that's great. Steve Smith is still on the team at the ripe age of 34. Glenn Rice declining at the age of 36. Jerome Williams is still here. Shaq, of course, is still here. Hoping that he still wants to stay here, because that would suck if he didn't, because we will go into tank mode if he doesn't. I'm happy here. I would like to extend my contract immediately. Okay, so Miami, get on it. Lonnie Hudgens, 6-man. Willie Burton, Dantley. It's a solid team. It's a solid team. There's room for development. I think Hershey's old, though. Why are we signing a 37-year-old player for 2 years? This is literally Kyle Lowry. This is literally Kyle Lowry. Why are we signing such an old player that we think is going to be good for us for some reason to 2 years and not cheap? That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. I don't think we got any rookies this year that have any sort of value to us. Dion Bryant, these all look too old right now. Gabriel Cheney, oh, that's a rookie. So Gabriel Cheney, 71 overall out of Houston, drafted 17th in the 2003 draft. Definitely didn't get LeBron or any of those players, so gotta live with it. Wow, Tracy McGrady wins another MVP with 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. He just keeps on improving. LeBron James on the Orlando Magic. How much Orlando Magic fans would like that, because if he would have went to college, he probably would have went to the Magic the next year. 28 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists, 2.2 steals, and 1.5 blocks. He sucked from the three-point line, But everything else is pretty solid. Chris Bosh, 6th man of the year on the Detroit Pistons. I'm assuming that they have the... No, they don't. They don't have the bad boys. Nope. 17 points, 7 rebounds. Not bad for a 6th man. Shaquille O'Neal wins another DPOY. That's insane. He still hasn't improved, though. So, that kind of sucks. That does kind of suck, but that's like his 5th DPOY right now. Wow. 5th DPOY, I think, is his 3rd straight. Desmond Mason wins most improved, and Glenn Boner is coach of the year. All right, Shaq is on the first team, and probably only just going to be Shaq on these teams at all. He is on all defensive first team as well. Is there any new players? Joe Smith is here on all NBA third team. Kobe Bryant on the Spurs. Very interesting. I guess he moved on from wherever he was before. I forgot. Kenyon Martin on the Suns. Manu Ginobili, Gilbert Arenas. Basically almost the same thing, but no rookies from us on these teams except for Kern. When did we get Kirk Heinrich? When did we get Kurt? I mean, he's not going to be great, but it's still Kurt. We drafted him 9th. When did we get the 9th pick? Oh, we traded Hershey Hawkins and Kelly Walker for Kirk Heinrich and Lester Patterson. Who is Kelly Walker? I mean, great, but... Oh, and we traded Steve Smith away. Finally. Oh my gosh, we finally got rid of him. We're moving on to a younger team. Wow, Max Baldwin, who I think is auto-generated out of default. Yeah, he's auto-generated. Yeah. Wow, and we re-signed Shaquille O'Neal to another extension, so he is staying long-term. I don't know if we have any cap space anymore. We have 1.4 million cap space as of right now. I don't know if these are gonna like go away when we get into free agency, but those are some good trades made by the front office. Let's go ahead and see the stats. We're the 6th seed, but I think it's a promising 6th seed. We're 36 and 46, so team chemistry definitely affected something. We can definitely make a push. I want to see what the season stats look like with our new players. Of course, Shaq is number 1 with 21.6 and 11.6 rebounds. Lonnie Hodgins is taking his role as the point guard very seriously, 18 points. Glenn Rice, 12 points. Wish we would have traded him too, but it's his last year on the deal. Jerome Williams, also his last year, 10 points per game. Lester Patterson's not bad. Max Baldwin wasn't bad either because he also got 9.4 rebounds with 9.2 points. Kirk Heinrich, 8.9. He's a rookie, though. Oh, no. Yeah, he is a rookie. LeBron just got Rookie of the Year. Interesting. Okay, so we have a young Kirk Heinrich, and we are facing the New Jersey Nets, who have Jermaine O'Neal, Steve Smith, who we traded to them. So we're facing the team that we made 2 trades with, Michael Redd, Fat Lever, and Kelly Walker, who was on our team before. But I'm hoping that we can get past them 2-0, 3-0, and we got swept by the New Jersey Nets this year. But we have Shaq extended on a contract. They move on and lose to the Portland Trail Blazers, and Jason Kidd is on the Portland Trail Blazers. Wow, 24.6 points, 11.8 assists, and 5.6 rebounds. Not bad from Jason Kidd. He is tearing up the league right now. All right, and we signed Stephon Marbury. Is he old? Is he old? He's 27. Okay, so he's solid. We got somebody to pair alongside Shaq for the time being, and then a bunch of bench players. But we signed Stephon Marbury to a 4-year, $56 million deal. That is not bad at all. He is our starting shooting guard. Lester Patterson, the young player, is starting at small forward. Jelani McCoy, drafted in the 2nd round in 1998. Okay. I mean, we can just put Max Baldwin here, and that would be great. That makes a lot more sense than him being there, but that's just me. Kirk Heinrich is on the bench right now, but I like our team so far. We signed Stephon Marbury. We went into the luxury cap, so I'm glad that we made some sort of push to help Shaq out right now. We finished off pretty strong. We started off 4-20, and you'll see what spot we ended up at. But Gilbert Arenas wins MVP. 27 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds per game. Dwight Howard on the Seattle Supersonics. They seem to be getting everybody. Rookie of the Year. Not the best stats in the world, so I guess there wasn't better options. Sixth Man of the Year is Zach Randolph on the Boston Celtics. 18 points, 10 rebounds. Not bad from Zach. He's more of a defensive player. Shaq wins another DPOY. 2.2 blocks, 12 rebounds. I don't know why he's shooting the three. He is 5.3% from three. Don Woodson wins Most Improved, and Ed Anderson wins Coach of the Year. They don't have Shaq on All NBA First Team. LeBron is already on his first All NBA First Team in his second year now. Vince Carter, Gilbert Arenas. Shaq is on All NBA Second Team though. I mean, I'm not complaining. Chasey McGrady on the Hawks. Is on All NBA Second Team. And nobody else from our team. Wow, Yao Ming and LeBron are on the same team. I didn't even realize that. Shaq is on All Defensive First Team, of course. And D Wade is on the Phoenix Suns. That's unfortunate for him. We traded our 2007 first round lottery protected and Robin Parker for Mitchell Brand, a point guard, and a second round pick. Huh. I wonder who that is. Mitchell Brand. Nobody that matters because he is a 73 overall. I mean, he's a young player, but he's a 73 overall. But we will take a look at where we stood in the standings. We were the 7th seed with 40 and 42. I don't know how we came back. I think we went on like a 20-game win streak or something. But I think, does it say that? No, it doesn't. But the player stats on the season, of course, it's going to be... Oh, Stephon Marbury took the load. 21.8 points and 9.4 assists. Shaq was right behind him with 18.9 and 11.9 rebounds with 2.2 blocks. Hudgens is still doing good. 17.9 points. Lester Patterson, our starting small forward, 13.4 points. Kirk Heinrich, not good at all. But we traded away salary just to get a mediocre rookie, so I'm not complaining about it. But we're facing the Tracy McGrady-led Hawks in the first round. If we're able to beat them, then I'll be very surprised. 3-0, 3-1, 3-2. Whoa. 3-3, and we're going to be simcasting it. We're on a hot streak right now. Can we come back into the game? We're only down by 3 at the moment. Now we're down by 8 with 7 minutes left in the quarter. We're slowly making a comeback. As they push it to 7, they push it to 9. We get it down to 6. 3 minutes left, and it's a 4-point game with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. I'm going to jump in to go ahead and watch and see if we're able to come back down 3-0. Shaq is defending the inbounding pass. This is really 2000s scoreboard right here. Got to be able to... Oh, Shaq reaching up there for the ball. Passes it to Stephon Marbury, who's wearing number 3. That's a weird sight. He shoots the mid-range and bricks it. He misses the mid-range shot as they pass it up to Tracy McGrady. He's trying to drive in, and they get an easy layup on top of Shaq, who is hobbling down court right now. I don't know if he's injured or something. Hudgens dribbling it up the court. Shaq is in the post waiting for the ball. He gets the ball. He's backing him up. He is injured at the moment. But a violation, a 3-second violation by Shaq, as he seems to have an injured ankle or something. All right, here we go. Is that Jason Williams on the Hawks? White chocolate? Carmelo Anthony is on the Hawks too? How did we come back against this team? We're down by 6 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go, and they have Quentin Richardson. Carmelo Anthony is driving in, takes a layup, but Shaq goes ahead and gets up and gets that rebound. Kirk Heinrich is dribbling it down court, passes it to Stephon Marbury. He's looking for a shot right now. He's driving in. He might go for the layup, and he gets fouled on the layup, trying to get 2 easy points. Stephon Marbury at the free throw line. I don't know why they have Charlie Burton's stats on the screen, but he's going to shoot his first and make his first wearing number 3. That's just not, that doesn't seem right to me. Again, his second free throw right now. Hopefully Shaq is able to bring us back into the game after he makes this second one, and he makes it. Okay, so it's down to a 4-point deficit for the Miami Heat as Carmelo Anthony is dribbling it down court as one of the stars of the Hawks, and he floats it up and gets them the 6-point lead right back. Carmelo Anthony has 31 points on the day. Stephon Marbury with the ball, looking for the screen, but it was a fake, and it's a turnover to Marcus Camby. This team is loaded. Carmelo Anthony in the corner, tries to drive in, takes the mid-range, and misses it. McCoy gets the rebound. There's 1 minute left. We have to get some sort of big play here. Kirk Heinrich dribbling up and passes it to Shaq for the easy dunk. And he's still hobbling down court. Carmelo Anthony in the mid-range. He's looking for the shot. Oh, he's forcing it. He's forcing it right now. We have to get another 2 right now. As long as we can tie the game before the end of the quarter, that's all that matters, because we have the entire fourth quarter to come back. Stephon Marbury with the 3 and misses it. But Shaq gets the rebound, puts it up, and misses it again. Why didn't you just take the rebound? What? Why didn't you just take the rebound? Why would you do that? Some great defense being played, and they foul him. Oh my gosh, and he makes his first one. And makes the second one. He could have missed it, but he made it. We need a 3. I don't know why Stephon Marbury missed that 3. He's dribbling it up court. He might try to force it. Lobs it up and throws a turnover. That's game. That's game. That has to be game. Yeah. Yep. We lose by 6 against the Hawks. A forced 3 and then a forced alley-oop to Shaq as he was hobbling down court. So I guess he has the whole offseason to get better. But I think they can develop together. I mean, Shaq is already kind of getting older. But the Magic make it to the Eastern Conference Finals but lose to the Nets. And the Phoenix Suns win with D. Wade leading them. 29.4 points and 7 assists. What year is this? What year is this right now? D. Wade, Caron Butler, Steve Francis, Kenyon Martin, Richard Jefferson. Oh my goodness. Team is loaded. I think it's 2005, so almost got it in 2006. But once again, we get knocked out the first round. And I do not think we have any sort of salary cap space whatsoever. Negative 11 mil. We have 17 mil in remaining luxury cap, so I don't know if we would go into that, but it's difficult. It's a tough situation that we're in. We have 2 players that are good, and then everybody else is just kind of there. In terms of free agency, we signed Lonnie Hudgens to an extension, and that's just about it. We have no sort of team around Shaq and Stephon Marbury. We're just hoping that they carry the team to the promised land. Lonnie Hudgens is a solid point guard. We signed him for longer. This team does not look good. It does not look good, but we'll go ahead and simulate through. We're getting knocked out the first round almost every year, but can't really do much. Gilbert Arenas winning another MVP, 34.6 points, 9.8 assists, and 7.9 rebounds. Some great shooting splits. Chris Paul winning Rookie of the Year. This is a Chris Paul draft class. He's on the Pacers. 19.5 points, 9.7 assists. Dwight Howard winning Sixth Man of the Year. I don't know why he's not starting. Kevin Garnett wins Defensive Player of the Year. So Shaq's streak ends with Kevin Garnett on the Chicago Bulls now. He's no longer on the Dallas Mavericks. Don't know why he lost his DPOY to Kevin Garnett. David West winning Most Improved, and Ed Anderson again winning Coach of the Year. Shaq is not on the first team, not on the second team, and not on the third team either, but Stephon Marbury is. Okay, all defensive first. Shaq isn't here, but he's on the second. Oh, he got injured for 2 to 4 weeks with a high right ankle sprain. Can't win them all. Fat Lever Jr. is white. They seem to be mixing them up because I've seen a Clyde Drexler Jr. that was also very white. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. No rookies for us. No rookies for us at all. And we were the 5th seed, but we do not have our center. I want to see if we made any sort of trades. Jerome Williams for Sean Dantley. That was last year. Oh, no, that was this season. Stephon Marbury with 21.3 points. Hudgens was 17 points. Shaq was 17 and 10. He is 34 years old. He is only getting older. Jalen Purdue, 11 points. Gabriel Cheney. Kirk Heinrich. The team does not look good. The team does not look good right now. We ended 48 and 34, which in this season, it was 52 and 30. So we're not doing great at all. This is a season that we this was a season that we won our first championship, but we already did that back in the 90s. So we are facing the Toronto Raptors 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. I think they still have Tim Duncan and Steve Nash. 3-2, and we get knocked out the playoffs again. We're getting absolutely cooked by the league right now. I mean, we don't have Shaq, so that's probably what isn't helping. But Steve Nash is on the team. Tim Duncan isn't, though. Hedo Turkoglu is getting 36 points in Game 7 or Game 6. Oh, but they get knocked out by the Magic, and the Magic get knocked down by the 76ers. Jason Richardson on the 76ers getting 26.3 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Ooh, the Supersonics are... Who's the center ahead of Dwight Howard? No, this is the 76ers. There has to be somebody that's ahead of Dwight Howard because for some reason he was 6th man of the year. Oh, Elton Brand. All right, another season and another one that we have absolutely no cap space whatsoever, and we're just hoping that Shaq and Stephon Marbury do something. So, it's not good, but I guess we're just going to keep it pushing for right now and see if we're able to get any star rookies or any star players at all. Oh, we got Jalen Rose. I hadn't even looked at the transactions yet. I was just going to refresh the lineup because I didn't think we would have got anybody. Jalen Rose is on our team at the age of 33. Shaq, Jalen Rose, and Stephon Marbury. That might be a team that can make a push. To be honest with you, I mean, who else? I don't think we got anybody else. I don't know why. I'll go look at that. But Jalen Rose is on our team at small forward. That was a position of need. This is the draft of Kevin Durant. And he's possibly going to the 76ers. Al Horford, Greg Oden, Mike Conley, Rodney Stuckey, who sucked. Sam Bledsoe? That's not a real player. Jared Dudley, Jeff Green, Thaddeus Young. Gilbert Arenas wins Most Valuable Player once again with 37 points and 10 assists. Andrea Bargnani on the Knicks wins Rookie of the Year. Wow, so he's not a bust. Joe Matthews wins 6th man. LeBron James wins Defensive Player of the Year. A reward that he should have won once in real life. Jameer Nelson wins Most Improved, and Wes Unseld wins Coach of the Year. As none of our players makes the first team. Pau Gasol is on the Pacers. Shaq also doesn't make the second team. This is concerning. Paul Pierce isn't on the... He was on another team before, but now he's on the Timberwolves. And nobody makes the third team either. Shaq does make all defensive first team, though, with LeBron James there and Dwayne Wade. And that's about it. We did not have any rookies in this draft. And now we are the 5th seed, so we can go ahead and see if we made any sort of transactions in terms of trades, and we did. We traded with the Bobcats. We got Danielle Marshall and Grant Sampson for Howard Duncan and Akeem Warwick. I think that's just a bunch of bench players. I'm not going to lie to you. We signed Stephon Marbury to an extension midway through the season, and now the stats are... Hopefully, Shaq is not injured, but he is falling off a little bit at 35. Stephon Marbury, 21 points. Lonnie Hudgens, 17 points. Shaq with 15 points and 11 rebounds. He's still getting his rebounds. Jalen Purdue with 11. Jalen Rose with 11. And Danielle Marshall with 11. Oh, so the trade wasn't bad for us necessarily, but we were the 5th seed with 42 and 40, as in real life we went almost the same, 44 and 38. But we are facing the Atlanta Hawks in the first round, facing Tracy McGrady. 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2 Hawks, and they end up beating us anyways. All that hype for nothing. I think they still have Tracy though. It's Carmelo, JJ Redick. Oh my goodness. Is this a young JJ Redick? Yeah. Quentin Richardson. Yeah. Devin Harris. How do they have all these players? It doesn't look like Tracy played in this game though, so it's interesting. But simulating the rest, they end up moving on and winning the entire thing. Carmelo Anthony leading a team to the finals and winning it for the first time in his career. 31.6 points per game, 7.3 rebounds, and 5.6 assists with 2 steals and almost 2 blocks. Wow. All around small forward right there. But once again, we have both of our players signed, and that's really about it. Just out of my own curiosity, I'm going to be seeing if they ended up getting back any of their players. It was the Magic. They did re-sign LeBron to a 4-year deal, so he's going to be locked up until 2011. The Suns do re-sign D-Wade to another 4 years. Okay. They also signed Nate Robinson. And then it was the Hawks that have Carmelo, who they also re-signed. Okay. And we signed absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody. Great. We're just waiting for Shaq to retire at this point and go about our business. Jalen Rose is regressing. Stephon Marbury, still an 87 overall, basically being the only person scoring the ball on this team. And, yeah. 2007-2008 season. We just keep getting out the first round. We're a mediocre team right now. Off the fresh new contract, LeBron James wins MVP, 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, 2.6 steals, and 2.4 blocks as a small forward. Kevin Durant is on the Los Angeles Lakers as Rookie of the Year. 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Keith Van Horn wins 6th man. LeBron also wins DPOY. Rajon Rondo wins Most Improved on the Milwaukee Bucks, and Wes Unseld wins Coach of the Year. None of our players are going to be making the All-NBA teams, I don't think. D-Wade is injured. A lot of younger players on these All-NBA teams right now. Tim Duncan is on the Clippers now. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Dirk Nowitzki's on the Nuggets. I don't know if he was on there before. Kobe goes to the Cavs. He was on the Spurs before, if I remember correctly. LeBron, D-Wade, nobody from our team, and Shaq makes all defensive second team as an 87 overall, and I think we did sign him to an extension, so I guess we're going to be dealing with him for another 3 years, and we do not have any rookies, but it'll be interesting to see these players. Al Horford is on the Sacramento Kings, and Mike Conley is on the Chicago Bulls. We already saw Kevin Durant on the Lakers. Joakim Noah is on the Toronto Raptors, and Greg Oden is on the Bucks with Rajon Rondo. So that's probably why he improved a lot. Aaron Brooks is on the Spurs. Jeff Green on the Grizzlies again. Interesting. Very interesting, as we do not make the playoffs. What happened? Where are we? We were the 11th best team in the East, 33 and 49. I don't think we were this bad. Oh. Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were. 15 and 67 was our original record. Now we're 33 and 49. Well, I guess that's one less thing to worry about this season. Season stats, though. I'm assuming that Shaq is not going to be up here. 13 points and 8.9 rebounds. He's really regressing. He's still getting his blocks, but Stephon Marbury with 19 points at the age of 31. Hudgens was 16 points. And then just a bunch of auto-generated players. So, simulate through the playoffs. At least we're not getting knocked out the first round. We're just getting an extended break right now. As the Magic sweep, LeBron James, 35 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2.8 steals. They sweep the Rockets. Who do the Rockets have? Gilbert Arenas, that's right. Trevor Ariza, Stoudemire. Earl Murray, that's not a real player. I thought that was Danny Green. Wow. Okay. LeBron is winning his titles. It would not look like he's going to be leaving them when his contract's up. This is the Derrick Rose draft. And they have us taking Kevin Love early because we have Kevin Love right now. They have us taking Kevin Love if we end up doing well in the draft lottery. Russell Westbrook is going second. This is a draft that we originally took Michael Beasley for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why at all. But hopefully we don't make the same mistake again. OJ Mayo is supposed to go to the Bucks. He would have been good if he just didn't have the whole situation that he had going on. Boris Diaw, Brooke Lopez. I would not mind Kevin Love coming to us at all. I'm gonna go to the draft lottery. I want to see what ends up happening for us. The 7th best odds, 5.9% chance of getting the first pick. The Jazz have a 33.3% chance. I mean, give us less of a shot. Give us less of a shot. The 76ers get the 14th pick. I'm just gonna try to skip through this as much as possible. Actually, you know what? It worked the last time. Why not do it this time? We get the 2nd pick. I promise you, when I do these rebuilds and things like this on my own, this never works for me. The fast simulating thing never works. And here we are getting the 2nd pick. Possibly getting Russell Westbrook before he became Russell Westbrick. The Heat possibly getting Russell Westbrook. I want Derrick Rose. Can we trade up to get Derrick Rose? Can we please trade up? Let's see who we end up getting. Who the is Lewis Gibson? And why did we pick him? Wait. He's 7'2", 19 years old, 82 overall. I mean, I would have just loved to actually get... Why are we not signing JaVale McGee? Sign JaVale. I would have just loved to actually get Russell Westbrook. That would have been great, but... Oh my gosh, man. Kevin Garnett, Tracy McGrady, Tony Parker, the leaders of this one. Dwight Howard is already regressing as a 22-year-old. Bit faster than real life. Well, we'll go ahead and see what we ended up doing in free agency. Not a damn thing. We re-signed Lonnie Hudgens and everybody else. So, not the most appealing thing in the world. We drafted Lewis Gibson. I can understand why they didn't, in terms of why they didn't just draft a point guard, because we have Lonnie Hudgens, right? But he's 31. This man is 31 years old. He's going to be regressing soon. It's not like he's going to stay there. Shaq is already regressing. I mean, I can understand why you drafted a center to replace Shaq. But I don't know, man. I don't know. When I see Russell Westbrook in a draft, I'm taking Russell Westbrook, regardless of my position in terms of my lineup. But I guess it makes sense. We'll go ahead and see if that works out in this 2008-2009 season. LeBron James winning another MVP with 30 points, 8 rebounds, and almost 10 assists. Russell Westbrook on the Bucks. We just gave him a super team. We literally just gave him a super team. 21 points, 6 assists. It's disappointing. Travis Keefe, 6th man of the year. LeBron James winning Defensive Player of the Year, too. 2 straight seasons that he's won both. Most improved player, Kevin Durant. Okay. Nate McMillan. Young Nate McMillan. Coach of the year. None of our players make the first team. Dwight Howard is on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Very interesting. Carmelo is still on the Hawks. The whole rebranding thing kind of confuses me when I first look at it. Stephon Marbury getting all NBA third team. Still doing pretty well on our team, it seems. Shaq is not here, and Shaq is not here either. So that is fantastic. But Lewis Gibson does get all rookie first team. So that's a good thing to see. That's definitely a good thing to see. I mean, he's doing better than Russell Westbrook, even though he won Rookie of the Year, but seems like he's doing better. I would have loved to get D Rose, though. Kevin Love on the Knicks. Brook Lopez on the Grizzlies. George Hill on the Pistons. Boris Diaw on the Kings. We were 46 and 36, basically almost the same. This was the year that D Wade had an MVP caliber season. Yeah, it was basically the same. 43 and 39. Not bad. Not bad, but we could definitely do better. It's just having an old player like... Oh, Hudgens is out for the season. Dislocated left patella. Stephon Marbury, 22.5 points and 9 assists. Hudgens, who was our starting point guard, 17.6 points. This is why I said we should have drafted a point guard. Clifford Craig, who took over at point guard, got 13.9 points. Lewis Gibson, who probably took over for... maybe he was moved to power forward. Maybe that was what happened. 13.8 points and 9 rebounds. Shaq is falling off. He's 37, still signed for 2 more years. Great. Another 2 years of no salary cap. We will go ahead and simulate against the Detroit Pistons, who have George Hill, Chris Bosh, Amari Stoudemire, Peja Stojakovic, and Tony Allen. I don't know if we're beating this. 1-1. We're the 5th seed. They're the 4th seed. 2-1. 2-2. The series is tied up. Now it's 3-2. The series is tied up again. I'm going to simcast it again. And the Heat have the lead right now. It's going back and forth. At halftime, we have the lead. They take a deep lead in the third quarter. We could not come out playing well at all. But now it's going into the fourth quarter. They're keeping that lead right now, and they're just going to run away with it. They win by 15 in the first round. And they move on to face the Magic and get swept by the Magic. And the Magic move on to beat Kevin Durant and the Los Angeles Lakers. 34.3 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. And 4.3 steals. Damn, LeBron. Another season of no salary cap space. That is great. This is Shaq's last year, though, and it's also Stephon Marbury's last year. So hopefully we do not re-sign Stephon Marbury for another 3 years, because I don't want that. All right, let's see if we made any sort of transactions whatsoever. We signed Wesley Matthews and Allen Mitchell. Okay, great. So we're planning the tank. We have to be planning the tank. Oh, they moved Shaq to the power forward position. And Lewis Gibson to the center position. I mean, he is taller, but wow. Very interesting. Stephon Marbury is still here. I'm happy here. I would like to extend my contract immediately. No. This is the John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Paul George class. A decent draft class. Not the best longevity in the world, but they were good when they are good. So another year, 2009, 2010. I don't know. This wasn't the season. This was a season that LeBron got knocked out and then ended up coming to the Heat, the next free agency. So we'll go ahead and see what happens in this next free agency. I'm assuming that we probably will make a push just because Lewis Gibson seems to be a great young center. Gilbert Arenas winning MVP in his not late. He's 28, but he got 34 points, 10 assists exactly, and 7.5 rebounds. Pretty good shooting. Stephen Curry on the Phoenix Suns, probably with Kenyon Martin and all of them. 22.9 points, 8.8 assists. Being Stephen Curry, he's going to be tearing up the league for a minute on the Suns. Anderson Varejao wins 6th Man of the Year. LeBron James wins DPOI again. That's his 3rd one, I think. I'm most likely going to be interested in re-signing with the team this coming summer. That's unfortunate. Mike Conley, Most Improved. Wes Unseld, Coach of the Year. Okay. Well, oh, Lewis Gibson winning all NBA first team. 88 overall. We just got him. Like, we just got him. But I think he's a restricted free agent this year, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. Pretty good all NBA teams. No all defensive for us at all. We didn't have any rookies in this draft. James. DeMar DeRozan is on the Celtics. Did he go after us? No, he went early. So that mock was stupid. All right, and we did not make the playoffs. What happened? What happened? We were 12th, 34 and 48. So that means we are in the lottery right now. We'll look at the season stats before we look at who is supposed to be in this draft. Stephon Marbury with 20 points and 8 assists. Lewis Gibson with 17 points and 12 rebounds and 6 assists. We have to re-sign this guy. I don't care what money it takes. Lonnie Hudgens, 14.6 points. Shaquille O'Neal, he needs to retire. You need to retire. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Shaq. No. You don't need to remain with the Heat for another season. No, you are not Udonis Haslem, because we know that you're going to want more money. No. Okay, this draft class is the John Wall one. I forgot about that. Okay, it's a solid one. I mean, if we can get an early pick, then that would help a lot. But the 76ers go on and win the entire thing. Gilbert Arenas with their ugly jerseys. 35.6 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 11 assists. Winning MVP and then winning the finals in entirety. Wow. We're going to go ahead and get to the draft lottery immediately. I'm going to keep testing my luck right now. We're projected top 6 in terms of odds. We have a 5.9 chance of getting the first pick as the Mavericks get the last pick of the lottery. See what happens with the Grizzlies. Oh, the Spurs. The Grizzlies move into the top 3. The Celtics. Stay with the Celtics. I'm going to skip. We did not have that much luck this year. We dropped 1 spot. So that means that we are looking to get Evan Turner. Evan Turner sucks. Evan Turner is so bad. All right. And going into this free agency, we have no cap room at all because we signed Stephon Marbury. Why? Why did we sign Stephon Marbury? Why are we wasting our money? Why are we wasting our money on people? When did we sign him? It must have been during the season, but wait. No, because it doesn't say it here. I'm assuming Shaq isn't on the roster anymore. Is he gone? Did he retire? I'm assuming he's in here then. Nope, that's Jermaine. I'll just go to centers. That makes it a lot easier. Shaq is a free agent. Shaq is a free agent. 38 years old. Okay, well, this has LeBron James in it. And he's thinking about going back to the Magic anyways. Wow, they're trying to screw him. Oh, we're getting into a new era. Oh, this is the current era. Modern era, sorry. Fancy word. All-star teams are drafted in 2018. The Nets rebrand in 2012. Plan added in 2020. And did we make any moves whatsoever? At all? No. We made absolutely no moves. Oh, wait, that was staff hiring. We signed Antonio McDyess, an old player, 36 years old. This is ridiculous. Kendrick Perkins. Why is Kendrick Perkins on the team? Isn't he old? Oh, he's 25. Never mind. You can't just keep signing these players and expecting something out of it. Evan Turner's here. I mean, hopefully in 2K they just give him this like insane stat to keep going, but Evan Turner in real life was not good. He got drafted and sucked. But we're going to go ahead and simulate through. Evan Turner is our rookie. See if he does anything. Gilbert Arenas winning another MVP. That's his 4th one, ain't it? 5th one. Wow. 33 points, 10 assists. Interesting. DeMarcus Cousins winning Rookie of the Year as a member of the Memphis Grizzlies. 19 points and 7 rebounds. Zach Randolph, still a member of the Boston Celtics, winning 6th Man of the Year. LeBron James on the Chicago Bulls, winning Defensive Player of the Year. Julian Wright, John Stockton. Whoa. LeBron is on the Chicago Bulls. He took it serious when he said he's chasing the ghost of Chicago. Wow. Kyle Lowry's on an All-NBA first team at a 90 overall. Okay. Is there anybody else on the Bulls? D-Wade went back to the Suns. Tracy McGrady's on the Bobcats now at the age of 31. Lewis Gibson is out for 4 to 6 weeks, but he was on All-NBA third team. I'm expecting that we didn't make the playoffs. So, LeBron wins All Defensive first. No All Defensive for us. And Evan Turner was on All Rookie first team. That's good. Okay. We made the playoffs. We are the 8th seed. So, in terms of record, we were 42-40. And our season stats were Stephon Marbury leading us at 34. I just don't. I don't like the fact that a 34-year-old is leading us. But Lewis Gibson, of course, is next with 15.4 points and 11 rebounds. An overall good stat line. Eddie Curry. Wait. I know we signed Antonio McDyess. When did Eddie Curry come to the team? We traded Wes James for Monte Ellis, and we signed Eddie Curry to a vet minimum, and we called up Wesley Matthews. Whoa. Okay. All right. What is our rotation like right now? Eddie Curry's our center, probably because our actual center is injured. Monte Ellis, a 6-year player. Oh, well, he's not going to be that good. But it's Monte Ellis. We're facing Gilbert Arenas in the first round. 3-0. And we get swept. We get swept by the Philadelphia 76ers. They end up moving on to the finals and winning it all. Gilbert Arenas is on a tear. Wow. He just has a completely different career in 2K. Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Kemba Walker, Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler's probably going to the Bucks. Y'all gotta be kidding me. They have us taking Delano Galloway. That is an auto-generated person. Nikola Vucevic going late in the first. I would love for us to pick him up, but we have no cap space. Probably not going to be able to get any good rookies, so we'll see what we end up getting in the next season. Gilbert Arenas with 3 straight MVPs, basically getting the same stat line again. Kawhi Leonard on the Orlando Magic wins Rookie of the Year. Guess they replaced LeBron with Kawhi now. George Hill on the Bobcats gets 6th Man of the Year. LeBron James, as a member of the Chicago Bulls, wins Defensive Player of the Year for the 6th time. He's won more DPOYs than he has MVPs. That's different. Most Improved is also George Hill, and John Stockton is coaching and is Coach of the Year. So, none of our players make first team, second team. Lewis Gibson gets third team at a 91 overall on his last year of his contract. Is he planning to come back? That's all I care about right now. I have a good chance at getting paid this summer. I'm leaning towards taking that chance right now. Great. All right. All defensive, nobody. All defensive second team, nobody. All rookie. Kyrie's on the Boston Celtics. We're the 6th seed. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what players really got us there. It looks like it was Stephon Marbury falling off, but 18 points, 7 assists. I don't know why we extended him so much. Lewis Gibson, 17 points, 11.9 rebounds, 5.7 assists. Defending stats are not that good. Is this the rookie? No. JJ Young, 13 points. Antonio McDyess, 11 points. Joel Wise, Kendrick Perkins, just not very good overall stats. But we're facing the Bucks in the first round, who have, I think, Russell Westbrook and They have James Harden too? And Jimmy Butler. I forgot about Jimmy and Joakim Noah. Oh my gosh. How are we supposed to beat that team? 3-1. 3-2. Yeah. It was just a march to our death at that point. The 76ers finally get beat in the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Thunder move on to win it all with Fat Lever Jr. winning NBA Finals MVP. 19 points per game, 7.8 assists, and 3.3 steals. Not bad. They swept the Pacers. Oh, wow. We are in cap hell right now. We need to let all these players walk. Like, not even a single one should be on this team except for Lewis Gibson. There should be nobody else on the team except for him, because this is getting ridiculous. All right, let's see if we're able to make any moves. Nope. We signed Kendrick Perkins to an extension, and we signed Lewis Gibson to an extension, so that's good. We're keeping our young player. Gerald Wallace is now on the team. So is Jared Sullinger, but spelled differently. It's like the same situation as it was with Shaq. It's literally the same situation that it was with Shaq. I'm just waiting for Stephon Marbury to get gone, to get out, because I'm tired of it. 2012, 2013, we're about 10 years away from real life right now. Have to see what happens. Wow. Gilbert Arenas winning another MVP. That was a very exaggerated wow. 7 MVPs. He has won 4 straight. Somebody needs to stop him. Anthony Davis is on the Houston Rockets. I was not aware that he was in that draft class. 22.8 points and 9.8 rebounds. 6th man of the year is George Hill. LeBron James, DPOY once again. Oh my goodness. Clay Blunt, coach of the year. I don't think that we'll have anybody on the All-NBA teams except for Lewis Gibson. Who got paid. So I would hope that he's doing good. Tracy McGrady's on the Kings now. That's a new one. Russell Westbrook is a 95 overall. He could have been that on our team. Kevin Garnett is on the Raptors now at a 92 overall. Kevin Durant is still on the Lakers. Tracy McGrady, don't expect Lewis Gibson. Lewis Gibson's more of an offensive player. Damian Lillard is on the Mavericks. Wow. Nobody from our team, so not really expecting anything because we also didn't make the playoffs. Where were we? We were the 12th best team in the East. At this point, 2012, 2013, if I'm not mistaken, is the year right now. We're 66-16. Yeah, this is when LeBron was in his peak right now. So now we're not in our peak. We're in the draft lottery. So this is the draft of Giannis and Shaquille O'Neal Jr. Bro, they just keep the creativity of 2K now is so minimal in terms of what they put for fillers in these draft classes. Like, for players that don't want to be in the game, and I don't blame them for not wanting to be in the game. But when you put Shaquille O'Neal Jr. and literally put him coming out of LSU and as a center, you can't be more on the nose. You cannot be more on the nose. We're projected to get the 8th pick. The only player in this draft that really... Oh, no. There's CJ McCollum, Victor Oladipo, Giannis. I think Victor is going to be good if he just doesn't get injured. Hopefully we got something. We can go into the draft lottery and test it ourselves to see if we can get any more luck out of it. But we have the 7th best odds, 8th best odds to get the first pick. I'm just going to go ahead and skip it. They have us at the 8th pick, so we dropped a spot. Oh my, that is fantastic. I'm loving this. I'm loving this so much for us right now. We're projected to get Vin Bryant. Can we just draft CJ McCollum and call it a day? Because now, for some reason, he's at the 6th pick. So I hope we get him. I'm going to go ahead and see who we get. If we get another auto-generated player, I'm going to be so disappointed. We get Austin Jackson. Okay. So after wasting our first-round pick on a player that is a 72 overall, we went ahead and got Amari Stoudemire. Wait. Is he as young as I think he is? No. He's 30 years old. This is when he joined the Knicks. And Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson's here too at 23 years old. Okay. Did we trade for him? No. When did we get Reggie? We signed Gerald Wallace again. When did we get Reggie? We probably got him last season and I missed it. Coach game plan. Need Stephon Marbury to retire. I need you gone. I need you retired and gone. We have Amari Stoudemire and Lewis Gibson. Hopefully that front court does something for us that the league can't stop. But 2013, 2014, this is the draft of Andrew Wiggins and Nikola Jokic, who got drafted in the second round before. Jabari Parker, who just fell off the face of the earth somehow. Joel Embiid, Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, who they have us taking. Bogdan Bogdanovic, Elfrid Payton. We'll see if we get any of them, but LeBron James finally wins MVP. He's wearing number 16, which I don't think I realized before. Probably because 23 is retired. But 29.5 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 8.5 assists with 2.4 steals. Giannis on the Knicks wins Rookie of the Year. Not the greatest stats. Brandon Jennings was 6-man. LeBron James also a defensive player. I was expecting that. Andre Drummond on the Pistons again. Most improved player. Of course, he's going to get stat padding rebounds like he did before. Glenn Rodman as Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year does not really matter. So, Lowry is now on the Pelicans. None of our players are making these teams right now except for Lewis Gibson. He is still doing good at 25. He is young. I thought it's been a minute since we drafted him. It has been. It was 2008, but wow. Okay. He's doing well. None of our players make any of these teams. Shaquille O'Neal Jr. on the Rockets. I'm not going to say anything about that. We did not make the playoffs, so I hope that we're in the lottery and not just teetering right now, as we were the worst team in the league. That's the only time that you'll see that I'm excited, because I think this is a good draft class, actually. Nikola Jokic. Okay. All right. Look, I want Nikola Jokic so bad. And if not, get Joel Embiid. I want to take over so bad and get one of those players right now. Did we make any moves during the season? Did we make any moves at all? Mason Plumlee. We got Mason Plumlee for Jarvis Hayes in a second rounder, and that's it. All right, well, we'll simulate past this. I actually almost forgot player stats. Pretty sure Lewis Gibson is just the top one. Yep. 18 points, 12 rebounds, 5.2 assists. Amari Stoudemire, 15 points, 7.8 rebounds. Stephon Marbury, you need to be gone. You're taking 19.5 mil? For what reason? Get out. Dwayne Wade winning another. And this is his contract year. At a 91 overall, he is 32, winning another finals with the Phoenix Suns. 21.5 points. We're still chasing another ring. 12.3 assists. All right. I'm not even going to go into the draft lottery. I'll let it happen and see what pick we get. We dropped to the 5th pick, bro. We really dropped to the 5th pick. We had the worst record in the NBA, and we dropped to the 5th pick. Oh, wow. Okay, whatever. We'll see who we get. Rookie signings. We got a bench player. When there was probably Zach LaVine on the board. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get a migraine. All right. And we made absolutely no moves whatsoever. We signed Rajon Rondo to a 4-year, $66 million deal. He's an 85 right now, but he is 28. Oh, brother. Oh, boy. This is going to be so fun. Quentin Richardson. I mean, it's good signings. We signed Channing Frye, but I just don't know where we're getting this money from, because definitely not from our cap space. Kristaps Porzingis is in this one. Karl Anthony Towns, Miles Turner. They thought this was going to be like a pivotal draft class, but it ended up just being Devin Booker and then Karl Anthony Towns a little bit, and everybody else was kind of just mediocre. But we'll go ahead and simulate through this. Disappointing offseason except for getting Rajon Rondo right now, but we'll see what happens. John Wall wins most valuable player. 24 points, 11 assists. Nikola Jokic on the Spurs. We could have had him. And he wins 6th man of the year. LeBron James on the Dallas Mavericks. He is moving more than he did in real life. Defensive player of the year again. Derek Favors is most improved. I was looking at the fact that he only has 20 points per game. James King winning coach of the year. Don't know who that is. LeBron James on the Dallas Mavericks. And Kevin Durant on the Bulls. So they just moved away from each other. Okay. Is there anybody else on the Dallas Mavericks that is helping him out? Probably not. D-Wade goes to the Houston Rockets. Huh. None of our players are getting any sort of anything in this. Of course, we're not going to get all rookie teams because we drafted a bench player. We drafted a bench player in the draft. That's exactly what we did. As we missed the playoffs again, probably the worst team in the West or East, 11th. So that doesn't give us the best odds in the world. Okay. Season stats, player stats. We're just paying people for no reason. Lewis Gibson is out day to day. Doesn't matter. 17.7 points, 10.5 rebounds. Looks like he missed the last 22 games probably. Quentin Richardson, 14 points. Junior Eaton. I don't even know who these players are, bro. These are all auto-generated. And then there's Rajon Rondo just taking our money. The Houston Rockets win it all with Anthony Davis leading them. 27 points per game, 11.5 rebounds. Did we make any transactions this year? Because I saw a lot of players I've never seen before on the team. We traded Amari Stoudemire for Junior Eaton. Okay. Okay, I don't quite understand it, but okay. We're going into free agency or into the offseason. This is this draft. So we're projected to get the 13th pick. Devin Booker's supposed to go right before us. I'm just going to go ahead and see who we end up getting. And we get Trey Lyles. Okay, whoever is managing the scouting department needs to be fired immediately. Trey Lyles is not... We had the 3rd pick and we picked Trey Lyles? What are we doing? The Ben Simmons draft class. Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown, Malcolm Brogdon, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, Kevin Boner. That's not a real player. I just wanted to say it. But transactions this offseason, we're going to suck. We're going to suck for the foreseeable future. We're just going to suck. And Anthony Davis winning MVP, 28 points, almost 15 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks. D'Angelo Russell on the Magic, probably playing alongside Kawhi, wins Rookie of the Year. Travis Keefe, not a real player. LeBron James on the Dallas Mavericks winning Defensive Player of the Year. Seems like he's turning more into a defensive player than a Hall of Fame. Dion Waiters, most improved on the Pacers. And Dion Keefe. Why is there 2 Keefes? Just 2K's a wonderful game. Russell Westbrook ended up going to the Thunder anyways. None of our players on here. Chris Bosh is on the Mavericks too. So it's Chris Bosh and LeBron. No D-Wade though. D-Wade is not even... Oh, he's injured. He's on all defensive first team though on the Rockets. We did not make the playoffs once again. We were the 11th best team again. Oh my goodness. Player stats. Assuming that Austin Jackson, 78 overall, 17.6 points. Lewis Gibson was 17.3. Is he regressing? 86 overall with 12 rebounds. Junior Eaton, 13. Trey Lyles with 10. Bogdan Bogdanovic with 10. Rajon Rondo's just taking our money right now. Did we make any transactions whatsoever? Like anything that actually make the team better? We traded Quentin Richardson for Reggie Jackson. And Sam Bledsoe for Alonzo Dudley and a 2nd round pick. Great. So happy that we're trading for draft capital. The Bulls do get a championship with Dirk Nowitzki leading them. 23.3 points per game, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Who else do they have? Dennis Schroeder. So it was another Dirk Nowitzki-led team. Chris Middleton, but young. Yeah, 24. Wow. Dirk Nowitzki does it again in this simulation, just leading a team, willing them. We'll see if we end up getting a good pick in this one. This is the Ben Simmons draft, if I'm not mistaken. And we get the 9th pick, and they have us taking Marquise Chris. Yeah, we're going to suck for the foreseeable future again. All right, 2016-2017 season. Our roster looks like this. Chris Dunn is the rookie that we got. Gary Payton, it's the second, is here too. That would be great to boost my mood. Bismack Biyombo for 3 years. Jay Crowder for 2. We're just setting ourselves up for failure right now. Gibson seems to not be progressing anymore. It doesn't seem like the centers that are on our team can get past a 92 overall. And our team just sucks. So another season. This draft is the Donovan Mitchell one. Lonzo Ball, De'Aaron Fox, Dennis Smith, Josh Jackson, Bam Adebayo. If we can get Bam out, that'll make me so happy. I'll just be happy looking at his career at this point. But we'll go ahead and see how bad we are as we lose our first 4 games. All right, and Russell Westbrook wins Most Valuable Player. I think almost the same year. I've lost track of the Heat's records because we just sucked every year now. But Russell Westbrook wins Most Valuable Player with not averaging a triple-double, but averaging a double-double. Ben Simmons on the Toronto Raptors winning Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons also winning Sixth Man of the Year. Kawhi Leonard winning DPOI. So that means LeBron is not winning that this time. Karl Anthony Towns Most Improved on the Kings. And James King winning Coach of the Year. Russell Westbrook, of course, is going to be on the first team. There's Nikola Jokic. We should have had him. Carmelo Anthony is on the Hornets. That's a different one. Lewis Gibson wins All-NBA second team. That's a great thing to see. Probably doesn't want to come back, though. Can almost guarantee that. That it will be best for me to see what I can get in free agency in the coming offseason. Yep. He's gone. He's gone. Yeah. Chris Paul, Kyrie is still on the Boston Celtics. Wow. Paul George. Derrick Rose is on the Jazz still. Trying to debate if any of these players have changed. Not really. Joel Embiid is also on the Magic. So it's Joel Embiid and Kawhi on the same team. All defensive second. And then we got, who was it? Chris Dunn. It was Chris Dunn. Yeah, that was it. We did not make the playoffs. I think we were one of the worst teams, actually, when I was taking a look. Yep. 14th, we're tied worst. 26, let's try to go to the West. Oh, we were the 3rd worst team with the tiebreaker. So we have top 3 odds to make it into the top 3. Do we make any sort of moves before I completely simulate the playoffs? We traded Gary Payton the second for Glenn Coles in a 2nd round pick, and we traded Alex Cage for Lewis Bradley. And the player stats, Lou Gibson is not our leading scorer. Austin Jackson seems to actually be starting to pan out now. I hope we don't overpay him. 20 points. Lewis Gibson gets 18 and 12 rebounds. Bogdan Bogdanovic with 11.9. The fall from Lewis Gibson to Bogdan Bogdanovic is insane. Jay Crowder on the Heat as a 78 overall, 9 points. It's Jay Crowder. He's a solid bench player. And the Rockets win it all with Anthony Davis and Mike Conley winning NBA Finals MVP. 21.8 points per game, 11.2 assists, and 3.2 steals. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. And we get Donovan Mitchell. Woo! We get Donovan Mitchell. Derek White is here. Don't know why we won't sign him, but I'm just going to let them be. Donovan Mitchell is the rookie that we drafted. He dropped to the 3rd pick. Free agency. I think Lewis Gibson's in free agency right now. He is. At 28, Kevin Durant is also here. James Harden, DeMarcus Cousins, Chris Paul, Giannis. This is a loaded class right now. We have Lou Gibson's bird rights though, and the transactions made by the Miami Heat in this season was re-signing Lewis Gibson to a monster contract. Jeez, we got some solid bench players, but 5 years, 155 mil? We're just pushing that luxury tax. This year is the Trae Young and Luka Doncic year. If we can suck again and get one of those players, especially Luka, that would be amazing. Our lineup right now is Rajon Rondo, Donovan Mitchell, who wears number 9. That's not normal. I need to change that. Bogdan Bogdanovic, Trey Lyles, Lewis Gibson is still here at the age of 28. Still young. Keep forgetting that. Chris Dunn is on the bench. We have a solid team. But I don't think that we're like gonna be pushing for the playoffs right now. And Russell Westbrook wins another MVP. Not getting the rebounds that he usually gets, but having pretty solid stats. Lonzo Ball wins Rookie of the Year on the Pelicans. They're a little bit early. Harold Porter, don't know who that is. Defensive Player of the Year is Kawhi Leonard. Gary Harris, Most Improved Player. And Lou Burton wins Coach of the Year. A lot of the same right now. Kevin Durant is moving around. He is on the Timberwolves now. All NBA second team. Lewis Gibson is there. Hopefully we can see Donovan Mitchell on one of these teams at some point. No defensive teams for us, but Donovan Mitchell is on the all-rookie first team. He developed a little bit. That's good for us. Bam Adebayo's on the Golden State Warriors. I'll live with having Donovan Mitchell instead. I like Donovan Mitchell. But we did not make the playoffs. We were a 11 seed team. So we're in the lottery, but not the best odds in the world. We were 36 and 40. So we're about the 7th worst team in the league. So not the best, but not the worst. We're still in the lottery nonetheless. Do we make any sort of moves? We traded Bryce Little for Isaiah Thomas. Okay, now I have to see what happened with the stats because Isaiah Thomas is on the team now. Lewis Gibson had the most with 18 and 11. Vin Garrett with 15 points. Donovan Mitchell with 14 points. Trey Lyles with 14. Bogdan Bogdanovic with 12. He's out, but that doesn't matter because we're not in the playoffs. And Isaiah Thomas at 5'9" had 6 points. He is a 74 overall. And the Knicks win the finals. Giannis Antetokounmpo getting 29.8 points, 11 rebounds, and 1.8 blocks. Trae Young, we had the 2nd pick. I'm assuming Luka was picked right before us. That's what I'm assuming. The Bulls, yeah, it was probably Luka getting picked first. He went to the Bulls, though. But we get Trae Young. We get somebody to pair alongside Donovan Mitchell for the coming years. Now we just need a good center. I mean, we have Lewis Gibson, but he's kind of just like there right now. And the signings that we made was Bogdan Bogdanovic. And that's about it. LeBron James is on the Oklahoma City Thunder winning MVP. It seems like anybody who's a star of the Oklahoma City Thunder right now is winning MVP. 30 points, 7.6 assists, 2.2 steals. He's going to win MVP. He's going to win DPOY, sorry. Luka going to the Chicago Bulls, wins Rookie of the Year. Nikola Vucevic, with those ugly Cavs jerseys, 6th Man of the Year. And LeBron James does win DPOY. D'Angelo Russell wins Most Improved Player. He performed. And John Stockton winning Coach of the Year once again. None of our players make the first team. That is so weird seeing LeBron on the Thunder. But Cat is on the Kings. Kevin Durant's on the Timberwolves. It's basically all the same. Curry went to the Trailblazers after being with the Suns. That's a different one. Lowry ended up with the Raptors anyways. And Chris Paul is on the Pistons. Wow. Paul George ended up on the Clippers too. Trae Young was all rookie. First team already an 83 overall. That's great for us. We were not in the playoffs though. We were the 14th best team. So, okay. Wait. So that means 28 and 54. Okay, so we were the third worst team. So we have top three odds. Let's go ahead and look at the stats. Hopefully the rookies do look good, though. It looks like they were leading us. Trae Young with 21.3. Looks like he's taking up a lot from Donovan Mitchell, though. Lewis Gibson with 15.8. Trey Lyles performing 15.4. Donovan Mitchell with 14. Vin Garrett with 13.5. Did they move Lewis Gibson to the 4, maybe? No, Vin Garrett's probably at the 4. Chris Dunn with 10. Bogdanovich with 12. A pretty solid team. It's just our record doesn't show it. So, I don't think there's any transactions on the season. No, just a bunch of DG League players. So we're going to go ahead and simulate through it, see who wins the NBA Finals, and it is going to be the Toronto Raptors beating LeBron James. Kyle Lowry beats LeBron James. 22 points per game, 13 assists. They had Ben Simmons and Kristaps on their team. The Thunder have Dwight Howard, who is a 77 overall now. They're pretty accurate with his regression. DeAndre Jordan? Okay. Okay, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook is no longer on the Thunder, so I wonder where he's at. But simulate through this. Kyle Lowry winning a championship without Kawhi is crazy. Wait, this was the year too. I'm almost certain that this was the year that they won it. And the moment of truth. R.J. Barrett with the second pick. Hold on. This was the draft that had Zion, Ja Morant, Darius Garland, and we take R.J. Barrett. We could have taken, I don't think we could have taken Zion. We didn't need a point guard, so I guess I understand why. We're moving R.J. Barrett to the 3, and then that's how it's going to go probably. Tyler Hero was in this draft class. I'm glad, well, as I'm wearing his shirt, I was about to say I'm glad we're not getting him because then we would have overpaid him. But here we are, Jordan Poole. We end up getting R.J. Barrett. Not a bad pickup. I would have loved Ja Morant, though. We could have probably moved everybody, but Donovan Mitchell is a little too small to be playing the 3. We're going to advance to the next season. I'm assuming that we're just going to keep this young roster and hopefully push for the playoffs. All right. And the acquisitions that we made was Tobias Harris. Why is Chris Dunn starting over Trae Young? Tobias Harris is an 80 overall. We're just like stiffening up the lineup right now. This might be good. We got Dort too. But why is Chris Dunn starting over Trae? That makes no sense. Not bad. I mean, none of our players. Oh, Russell Westbrook's on the Lakers. He might have been injured last season. That's probably why. Kevin Durant's injured now, though. Broken left ankle and out for the season. Kevin Love is on the Spurs. We have nobody that's getting any awards right now. Rudy Gobert's on the Bulls. And he's not here. R.J. Barrett is not an all-rookie at all. Tyler Hero's here on the Rockets. I do wish we got Ja. We missed another playoffs. We were the 11th best team, 41-41. We were exactly 500. Our team, though, Donovan Mitchell, it seems like we got injuries, though. 24 points from Trae Young. 17.7 points from Donovan Mitchell. Okay, so our big 3 is doing what they need to do. R.J. Barrett had 9 points. Bogdanovich had 14 points. Lewis Gibson out for 6 to 8 weeks. 15.6 and 10 rebounds. Not a bad stat line. He's just injured. Huh. Trae Young only started 35 games. Donovan Mitchell is developing. So, I mean, I hope we made some cap space this year. We traded Tobias Harris and Karan Carr for Daryl Cunningham and Robert Covington. But we'll simulate past the playoffs, see who ends up winning it all. We still have not made any sort of push as the Kings win it all with Karl Anthony Towns winning Finals MVP, 17 points per game and 14 rebounds. Not bad. I think the Hawks still have Carmelo. Nope, he's gone. It's DeJounte Murray there early. Brook Lopez, Jeff Teague was there before as well. Markieff Morris, Zach LaVine. That's a pretty good team. But they lost to the Jamal Murray led Kings. And Gary Harris and DeAndre Ayton. That's a big front court. CJ McCollum too, and Shaquille O'Neal Jr. Doesn't seem like he's developing much 7 years into his career, and he's only an 83 overall. So great for us that we didn't draft him in the second pick. Okay, Onyeka Okongwu, if I said that right. 76 overall. Is that Kenyon Martin Jr.? Yeah. 68 overall, Leon Nance. I thought that was Larry Nance for a second. We're going to go ahead and simulate through. We'll look at who we got in free agency in the next season, and it is officially the COVID season. Who is Tom King? This is supposed to be the 2021 draft class. And Austin Reeves is the only one that's actually here. Anyways, transactions. The Heat sign Chris Dunn to an extension. We did sign Kenyon Martin Jr., Otto Porter, Kelly Olynyk. Okay, not bad, not bad. Trae Young is a 90 overall now. Okay, Donovan Mitchell's an 86. Otto Porter is our starting small forward. RJ Barrett is getting minimal minutes right now, but he is developing. It's a young team. It's a young team right now. I'm excited for us to possibly push for the playoffs. We kind of need to at this point. Anthony Davis wins another MVP with 22 points and 12 rebounds and 2 blocks. Might get DPOI. LaMelo on the Detroit Pistons wins Rookie of the Year. Julius Randle wins Sixth Man of the Year. LeBron winning DPOI again in his year 18. Huh. Okay. He's won more Defensive Player of the Years than MVPs. Most improved was De'Aaron Fox and John Stockton. Again, he's not coaching now, so why is he coaching in here? None of our players make the first team, second team, or third team. Luka is still on the Bulls. So is Kyrie on the Celtics. Just none of our players are able to make anything right now. I don't think we had any rookies. Oh, we did. We did. Onyeka Okongwu. I hope I'm saying that right. But now we have the play-in, but we are the 4th seed. So we performed very well. We were 44 and 38. Okay. It's pretty good. It's pretty decent. Seems like Trae Young was leading us. 26 points per game. Donovan Mitchell was 16. Eric Bledsoe is on our team, 14 points per game. Lewis Gibson seems to be falling off since he's getting older. RJ Barrett with 11 points. Otto Porter with 9. Pretty solid team overall. I mean, we can simulate the play-in, see what ends up happening, but we're facing the Bucks no matter what. And we are up 1-0. It's tied at 1-1. 2-1. Bucks are up, and they're up 3-1, and we lose to the Bucks. Who do the Bucks have? They have Mo Bamba, Malcolm Brogdon, Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Pascal Siakam. Okay, well, I mean, at that point, yeah. We're going to simulate through this, and the Rockets win it all with Tyler Hero on their team. Mike Conley leading them 22 points and 11.7 assists. Wow. Did we make any moves? I don't think I saw any new players. Oh, we traded Bogdan for Eric Bledsoe. Interesting choice. And we signed Rudy Gobert to a 1-year deal. Where was he? I didn't see him. Oh, there he is. He's not good at all. Basically like how he is in real life. But simming past that, we're almost to the current year. I might go an extra year just because we're almost finished with this season right now in real life. So scouting department, this is the one that has a weird draft class for some reason. So not really worried about it because we were the 4th seed. So we're just going to simulate through, see what free agents we get, and hopefully we add to the team. And the Miami Heat signed Donovan Mitchell to an extension, so that is important. Derek White, Tyler Bay, nobody that is really worth talking about right now. Why are all these draft classes not the actual thing? It's the 2021 draft class. I think this is the one. No, 2022 draft class, and they're not getting it right. But anyways, Chris Dunn is still the starting point guard for some reason. They keep messing it up. I don't know why they're doing this. Onyeka is starting. RJ Barrett is up to an 80 overall. Solid team. Solid team. Lewis Gibson is on the decline, so we might have to draft a new one. I just wish these draft classes were correct. Ben Simmons wins MVP. Something you'll never see in real life. 22.6 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 7.4 assists. Garrett Toscano, Rookie of the Year. Don't know why they don't have the rookie draft classes correct for these past 2 years. Julius Randle wins 6th Man of the Year again. LeBron James with another DPOI. That is his... It doesn't say it. All right. That's great. I think it's like his 8th DPOI, if I'm not mistaken. Kobe White wins Most Improved Player, and James King wins Coach of the Year. Jamal Murray on All NBA First Team. That's a new one. None of our players getting All NBA teams, though, and they're not getting All Defensive teams either. Mohamed Bamba is actually developing. Kevin Durant is now in the Hawks. And all of these players that shouldn't even be here are your all rookie teams. So, Terrence Mann was there though. I just don't understand why they can't get it correctly. But we didn't make the playoffs. We were the 9th seed. So we'll go ahead and see, and we get eliminated. We get eliminated in the play-in. That's fantastic. And since we got eliminated, we'll go ahead and see. We know that we're the 9th seed, so we'll look at the player stats. It seems like it's a Trae Young-led team right now. 23 points per game. Donovan Mitchell had 15. RJ Barrett had 14. Kongu had 13. And Lewis Gibson just needs to retire. He fractured his left leg. Eric Bledsoe with 11 points. Chris Dunn with 8.3. I didn't expect him to be any different than he was in real life. So here we are going into another offseason. And this is the one that we have this year. Avery Bradley winning NBA or Western Conference. I don't know why they inserted those. Denver Nuggets win it all with Colin Sexton winning NBA Finals MVP. 16 points per game and 9 assists. Solid. Not amazing, but solid. This is still the same draft class that it's just a bunch of random players and probably like one person that's actually real. Is this? No. I thought that was somebody else. Oh, I guess none of the first rounders are the same. So that's great. We are the 9th seed. I don't think we would be in the lottery. So go ahead and simulate maybe the free agency. See what players we have left on contract. Okay, so Donovan Mitchell's still on the team. We haven't signed Trae Young to an extension yet, but I think he has a team option still. RJ Barrett, Chris Dunn. Do not re-sign Lewis. Do not re-sign Lewis. As much as I loved him in the years that we had him, please do not re-sign him. That would be so annoying. Gonna go ahead and simulate, see what free agents we get. Hopefully we make some big changes to the roster. The last season, if we end up getting Victor Wembanyama, I probably will get another season included. But the 2023 draft class is added, and we picked up Trae Young again, so that's good. We signed Bojan Bogdanovic. Oh, that's a different one. Why did we re-sign Lewis Gibson? Why did we re-sign him? Why are we wasting our money? We're just, oh my gosh, we're just wasting our money right now. He is not even starting for us. He's a 75 overall. Wow, our team sucks. We might actually get Victor at this point. We might actually get Victor. And if we do, boy, wow, first 5 games lost, 6 games lost, 7, 8. Luka winning MVP might be a possibility this year. 30.8 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. Kurt May, random person. Nikola Jokic wins 6th Man of the Year. Why is he a 6th man? Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year on the Timberwolves. Oh, that's probably why. They're on the same team. Precious Achiuwa wins Most Improved Player on the Rockets. And James King. Oh boy. I doubt that any of our players will be here at all. This is so interesting to me because Jamal Murray probably will never be on an All-NBA team again. No hate to him, but it's probably not going to happen. Russell Westbrook is on the Mavericks, actually still performing good at 34. Antetokounmpo and Nikola Jokic are on the same team right now. Assuming that, I don't know why he's the sixth man though. Anthony Davis, LeBron is on the Spurs. That's a new one. Kemba Walker, Washington Wizards, and Karl Anthony Towns is on the Clippers. None of our players make it though. I don't think we had any rookies either. So yeah, no rookies, probably no playoffs. Oh, we are the 10th seed. Fantastic. We actually have a chance in this. Let's simulate through the game and we lose. Oh boy. Well, we win one championship in the 90s and then go on to be a mediocre team for the foreseeable future. So that might be what happens in real life for these coming years, because the front office is too stubborn to actually tank. The Nets and the Spurs are meeting in the finals, and the Spurs win with LeBron James winning another one at age 38. Could happen this year. Who knows? 31.6 points, 9 assists, 7.7 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. Wow. What are our odds to get the top pick? We're 9th best. So if we're able to get Victor, then I'll keep going. But if not, then it's going to be over. Ah, we got the 8th pick. All right. Well, as you can see, we didn't do much. We can go ahead and look at the history of our team right now. 2021 was our last playoff appearance. We have 1 conference championship, 1 NBA championship, and 20 playoff appearances in our team history. They retired Stephon Marbury, Shaq's number, and possibly Lewis Gibson, maybe. It's kind of just disappointing. Compared to what we did in real life, it's nowhere near the same, and it's unfortunate, really. Team records, Stephon Marbury has the most total points in a game, I'm assuming. Oh, this is the playoffs. 52 points in a game in the playoffs, and Shaq had 49. Trae Young had 47 at one point. Shaq also had 47. I want to see in a career, Sherman Douglas had the most total points on a team at one point, and he's not even like real. Glenn Rice had the 2nd, Ronnie had the 3rd, Sherman had 4th. Not sure who Sherman is. Kevin Edwards 5th, Ronnie 6th, Glenn Rice. This Sherman Douglas guy was raw. I don't even know when we got him. 1990, 1991. Oh, that was like before we started this. But yeah, just a disappointing resimulation. We do have Trae Young and Donovan Mitchell now. That could possibly be good for the future. And RJ Barrett. For some reason, we signed Lewis Gibson to an extended contract, but that is the Miami Heat simulation. I hope you did enjoy. If you have anything to say about it, please let me know down in the comments below. But if you did enjoy, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.